Welcome to another episode of the Divorce Resource Guy, tips that you need to know for your divorce. Today, we're going to talk about how to know if your marriage is going to fail, right? Marriages, I always say this, are like a roller coaster. They go through their ups and downs. So you got to strap yourself in. No marriage is a fairy tale 100% of the time. That's just not true. It's not realistic. It's not a movie. Even movies don't have marriages or relationships that are great all the time. Otherwise, there'd be no conflict in the movie, right? So that's the name of the game for today's episode is conflict. How much conflict do you have in your marriage? All right, conflict in and of itself is not a bad thing. Everybody has conflict. The question that you need to ask yourself is, how are you dealing with conflict in your situation? Right? That is the secret sauce, if you want to call it that. How you deal with the conflict, not whether there is conflict. So, do you guys handle conflict like mature adults? Do you talk about it? How's your communication? Do you communicate? One red flag of a bad and failing relationship, frankly, is lack of communication, right? You two don't talk about it. You sweep it under the rug. It blows up like a volcano, and then it's just no good, right? So communication. Do you communicate? Number one. Number two, how do you communicate with each other? In a healthy way or in a toxic and abusive way? Those are big signs that will give you a clue as to whether you will be in a failed relationship. And then the last thing that you want to think about when determining the future of your relationship is focusing on making it better. Do you want to make it better? Does your partner want to make it better? It takes two to tango, folks. So if you both want to try to make it work, then you try to go to counseling. There's different resources out there to help you, but you have to want to change. You know the phrase, you can't teach a dog new tricks, right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's what I'm talking about. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't force him to drink. I'm just full of cliches today. But seriously, you both have to want to change. You both have to want to make it work in order for the relationship to work. Otherwise, you may be in a failed marriage.